Should we have another Liverpool fan pod?
Yeah, come on, let's have them.
Let's go with Scott, who joins us. Good evening, Scott.
Yeah, how you doing, guys? You all right?
You sound so annoyed, bro.
No, I think it's just, look, I'm thankful for Slot to what he did last season, right? That obviously goes without saying. There is an element to say that was still Klopp's team in that he made no signings that summer, as we know.
And also Klopp energy, which
a little bit. There is that, because the energy we're seeing now is very much what I would call that Dutch way, where no Dutch manager has ever really succeeded in England. And I just find it's their sort of boring, slow build-up play where it's sideways, backwards. I mean, I'm yet to see a Dutch manager succeed in England, as we know. I mean, look, 1 league win in 2 months, 7 losses in our last 10, 3 away wins all season, and 1 was against Burnley in the 90th minute, a terrible Frankfurt side, and against 10-man Newcastle. It's just the manner of the performances now that's the worrying factor. I don't think the players are wanting to pay for them anymore. Yeah, we saw them get pumped up midweek against Madrid. I personally don't think Madrid are as good as City or anyone like that anyway, personally, but that's just my view. I think the Anfield atmosphere got us up for it. And I think at the moment, I just can't see where it's going to happen. He's playing the wrong tactics. I know you've been speaking about Wirtz. He needs to find a way to get Wirtz, Ekitike and Isak in the same team. He's not doing. It should be 4-4-2 diamond with both Hugo and Isak up top together.
Wow, Scott, you're not a barrister by trade, are you?
You what, sorry?
You're not a barrister by trade, are you? I mean, this is some argument you're putting up here.
Yeah, it should be the fullbacks bombing on to provide the width, like we saw with Kirkus at Bournemouth. We're not seeing that. He's telling the fullbacks to invert. He's telling wingers that aren't wingers in Gakpo and Salah to stay wide. They're not wingers. It's just not happening. It's not working at all. And as I said, I just don't see how we come back from it. And I just think at the moment the fans are starting to turn from believers to doubters again. And it's just a shame. Personally, you're going to say, who do we get if we was to make the move and get rid? Personally, I think Hughes, Edwards and Julian Ward are to blame as well. They're the ones who do the data, identify the players to bring in. They wanted to sell Diaz. I don't know why. We're seeing
see the goal he scored yesterday.
Unbelievable, unbelievable. We're seeing what he's doing out there at the moment. I mean, personally, I know they're going to say he was 29 and all the rest of it. So what? He's at the peak of his career. You give him that extra contract and the money he deserves.
Well, look at Salah last season in his 30s.
Exactly. Diaz was our second best attacker last season. We didn't bring in a winger to replace him. So as it stands, the actual quality in the squad is there. He's just not actually doing the right tactics on the pitch and the right setup, and it's just being there to be seen. As I say, I don't know why it's not 4-4-4-2 diamonds with the fullbacks bombing on, and you get both Isak and Ekitike up front together with Wirtz behind, and then just have your 3 midfielders. I don't really understand it. So it's not looking good. We got Forest, Sunderland, teams like that coming up. And honestly, I believe they will just take points of us. And at the moment, we're +1 goal difference. We've conceded 16, scored 17. It's the most average of performances so far this season. It's not looking good.
Scott, I mean, if Arne Slot's got a ball meeting this week, I just hope you're not there. Otherwise, he's in big trouble.
I would raise the point, go and get the Bournemouth manager. Take a shot on him. Yeah. You know, he's getting good performances out of his players. Maybe.
Yeah. You know what, Scott raises a good point. I'm just looking. Goals against, 17 goals. That's not Liverpool-like, is it?
Can I give you another stat?
Yes, Paul.
My little stat pack, right?
I'm loving the stat pack.
So after 11 games last year, they are minus 10 points from where they were. That's a lot of points.
3 games and 3 wins and a draw.
Yeah. So that's how they're minus 10 from last year. From 11 games of last year, they had 28 points, which was 2 more than Arsenal got this year, and they sit on 18. So 10 points is
I'm intrigued what
hell of a difference.
I'm intrigued what you said about the Dutch thing, because of course Arne Slot is the most successful Dutch manager in the Premier League of all time, because he won it. Obviously, there's the argument that it was with Klopp's team, but just looking at like Louis van Gaal, Gus Hiddink, Erik ten Hag. You know, Hiddink and Van Gaal, they won FA Cups. Erik ten Hag won the Carabao Cup and FA Cup. But like you said, that in terms of the league and the pace of it, it's interesting that.
Well, it follows on to the point that I made that, earlier on in the show about the slower style that kind of worked when he had the heavy metal background music. And that heavy metal background music has gone. And we now got this kind of slower version of Liverpool, which is proving problematic. we do know, which he surfaces quite a lot, Arne Slot, about the issues they've had, i.e. with fitness, with pre-season, etc., with a lot of changes, and that's without, the terrible happenings with Jota and his, untimely death. But all these things are adding up to a team that looks not functional at the moment. And it certainly didn't look functional today. And the only thing I would agree with Scott on one point about Real Madrid. I was really shocked by them. That's the worst Real Madrid side I've seen for a long time. A long time. So, where does that victory kind of leave Liverpool? Is that, did they make Real Madrid look ordinary, or was it just that Real Madrid weren't that good?